Thank you for tuning in to another dialogue with the Raw, the Real, and the Red Pill. The particular dialogue I want to discuss deconstructing your mind. And you will truly have the scales pulling out of your eyes when you deconstruct your mind and think logically. That is the natural order and mentality that a man should be in. You understand? Deconstruct the social programming of your mind, because 99% of the Western social constructs is bullshit. It's bull, man. Straight up. I happen to come across these particular videos, on Facebook, World Star Hip Hop, these social media sites, and I can't explain to you the satisfaction that I do get when a woman gets her just desserts. Why are we programmed by women to acquiesce to the way that they think and the way that they consider? Life has a hierarchy. It is part of the circle of life. It is part of the existence of life. Dualities, innuendos, gives and takes, in proper order and proper structure. The sun shines on the grass, the cow eats the grass, we eat the cow. You see what I'm saying? The cow shits, the insects, flies and dung beetles, you know what I mean? It's an order to everything. And this order is ran by the rule of logic. And we gotta keep this logic. You understand? And to get back on topic, well, to the basis of what I was saying, I can't express the gratification I get from watching women get their just desserts, and particularly the black woman, because she is the worst. She is just programmed to be disrespectful and to be just contentious against black men. And if a black man does anything to stand for his dignity and his role and his place in the hierarchy, then he is called a pussy. He is called a bitch. He is called weak. He is called anything other than a man who is standing in his dignity. As a man, when you're outside, and I had to explain this to my maid earlier, because the way that I conduct myself on this channel is my honest views, and I don't hide them. I do not hide them. I'm straight. Anybody who knows me knows I feel this way. I believe there are certain things a woman can do, and she needs to be put in her fucking place. And she needs to be smacked the shit out of for these particular things. These videos I see of women attacking men. There's this one video of a blonde weave wearing, black woman, and she was fussing on this guy, man, being very contentious towards this man. It was dark outside, and it appeared to be outside of a club on the strip somewhere. The guy's leaning up against a tree, walking away from this woman. He's on the phone. He's having a discussion. Even children know when a man, not even a man, when an adult, it's common respect. When an adult is talking on the phone, you don't interrupt. You understand? Period. Let alone a man. This black bitch is fucking getting in his face, poking him all in the face, screaming on him, yelling at him, just verbally attempting to dominate him. That feeling that a man gets, that instant indignation that a man has, that gut feeling that a man has to smack a bitch, to put a woman in her place, is a natural occurrence. There's nothing wrong with it. It is natural. It is a defense mechanism, because we are defenders. We are fighters. We are in constant competition amongst each other, for one. A woman is unfair competition, but yet feminism tells them that they're equal to a man. Yet feminism also tells them when they are found not to be equal to a man, when a man dominates them in a man's force and strength, then feminism also tells them that it's wrong. So I don't get it. The hypocrisy is just insane. And any man who at this point is still a simp and still considers the social constructs of Western society, I'm sorry, you are not a man. You're not a fucking man. I'm sorry that your mother lied to you, that your single mother lied to you and tried to tell you what a man is. What she's telling you is how to be a bitch, how to be a pussy, how to have no self-respect, how to have low self-esteem, how to not have no dignity about yourself as a man. You understand? In this particular video I was watching earlier, you know, it got to the point after this guy tried walking away. He tried walking away. He tried ignoring her. And, you know, this is in public, in front of many people. Nobody got this woman. Nobody told this woman, hey, you know, you out of line. Nobody said shit. When she poked that man in the face for the last time, he immediately started dragging her. And the sad part is, it was so one-sided. It was so one-sided, man. Like, when he finally edified her and put her in her place, immediately that's when the commotion started amongst the observers. Black women are feminists, and they enjoy watching black men being denigrated. They like it. They love it. And when that individual who's been being denigrated, whether it's verbally or physically or both, whenever that person who's being dominated and denigrated then retaliates in his manhood and in his dignity, oh, he's a pussy ass bitch, oh, he's that, he's this, he's that, and the other. This is what we need to do, man. We need to deconstruct our minds to social standards and no longer hold the point of views of women in general to any validity. Because it has no validity, because it makes no fucking sense. Man, this man, he gave her an open fucking 5-finger slap in the form of a hook to her face. And she flew back, and the first thing she tried to do was square up. She could not even get in her full stance, and it happened so briefly. Her defense was so brief that you have to watch it multiple times to catch it. She did try to fight back, and her ass got drugged. Man, I was loving every minute of that shit. I watched another video of a black man, young black man, who was trying to walk away from a contentious woman. She had a handful of cayenne pepper powder and threw it in this man's face, man. It looked like a hot summer day, you know, from the attire that they had on. The man had sweat in his face. You know what I mean? So you know that pepper stuck to his eyes, stuck to his face, and was burning his shit up. He immediately started beating the shit out of this woman, and immediately, what does society do? Get in the middle of it. That's what they do, because they're programmed to. And many men are programmed to do such things and be fucking simps and lack righteous judgments, because they were programmed by their mothers, and their mothers were programmed by social constructs given to them from feminism, which is given to us from the system. When a woman steps into the realm of masculinity, she must be put in her place. Some women can be logically, very few women can be put in their place through logic and reason. Really, I would concur, because it's so little. There's so little women that can be reasoned with through words and through verbal chastisement that is almost non-existent. Many of them have to get hit. Many of them have to get thrown out of that realm that they have stepped into, because it is improper and unjust for them to be in that realm. What realm? The realm of combat. The realm which is that of a realm of masculinity. It is not her domain. She does not belong there. Her domain is of submission. Her domain is of being dominated. And her domain is of just being silent, man. Just shut the fuck up. That's her place. And the thing is, they know it. Because when shit hits the fan, everyday situations, okay, shit hitting the fan at a club. When brawls break out, what do women do? When grown men And this is just nature in general. It could be two men, it could be two male lions, it can be fucking just whenever that male creature, whatever it may be, whenever they butt heads and they go to war and they are combating for a place in hierarchy, there's never a female that gets involved. They sit back, they watch, they take cover, for it is not their realm. And it is natural for it to not be their realm. What the black woman does is try to put herself in a particular level over the man in the African American hierarchy. It is not her place. And any man who gives her that place over him is a bitch, is a pussy. But let the black woman tell it, let feminism in general tell it, you are a real man because you put her above you. You put her as a god. When you are the sole provider. When everything that is ever created, even to her own benefit, was created by men. From cars, to planes, to peanut butter, to lights, to factories, to washing machines, to any and everything. What did a woman invent? What did a woman create? It is not within them. They're not creators. Stop lying to yourself. Stop believing the lie. So how can the servant be greater than the master? How? I can tell you how. Through a social construct and system which empowers her to be greater than you. When this system falls, she falls. And it's going to be a beautiful thing, man. It's going to be a very ugly thing, but I'm honestly going to find some satisfaction out of it. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Fuck it. Tom Petty. I'm being petty. I don't care. If you disagree with it, fuck it. Honestly, give me a thumbs down and, give me a comment. Expose yourself for being a bitch. You know what I mean? Hey, that's how I look at it. That's how I really look at it, man. And I used to always feel out of place in times past where I feel as though a woman needs to be put in her place. We all been there, man, when you're pushed to the edge and pushed to the edge. See, they always take a place of victimhood. We got to understand this. Now, I've said this many times. Women are victims. They put, and brother Escape Black Man said it too. A lot of us brothers say it. We know it. This is like a fact. Men walk away from marriages, which is a lie. They push lies. They say we walk away or we're abusive. I've been told I'm abusive. I told y'all what I do in my video on a Red Pill Union of the method of subjugation, physical subjugation. I done picked up a throw pillow and straight beat my bitch with it. I beat my maid with it. It was a pillow, granted. Could have been worse. I respect it to her, but she told me she's afraid of me. A woman should be afraid of you as a man. As a man is afraid of God. Because whom is your protector, provider, and covering as a man? For all those who may be religious. The Father. So your reverence for him, your fear is out of reverence for him. Because why? Because he can destroy you. He can fuck you up. You know what I mean? The same thing with a child. Why does a child supposed to fear their parents? I believe they are supposed to. A fear of reverence and respect. That fear. Because in general, a parent can go and grab that belt and edify them if they are disrespectful. The same thing goes for a woman who is under your covering. You understand? That bitch should fear you, man, out of respect. She should not feel open to raise her voice, disrespect you, denigrate. Now, I'm not saying that she's not allowed to tell you how she feels. Sure, yes, because every man wants his woman to be happy. Every man wants his woman to be satisfied. Every man wants the best, as the Lord wants the best for his sons and daughters. He wants, there's a lot of synonymous dualities between a man and his wife and between the Most High and mankind. If you really think about it, it's very deep. But consider that thing. if I'm walking, and this has happened, I'm gonna give y'all a red pill story. And this is before I came into the truth and knowledge of the red pill knowledge, you know. This is before I came into it. I used to work at Pizza Hut. I was about 17, 18, young man. And I got off of work. Me and my buddy lived me and my coworker lived up the street from one another. So we'll walk the same way back. Okay? So we're walking back from Pizza Hut to our own houses. And we hear, it was a parking lot to this health clinic. Keep in mind, it's like midnight, yo. It's an empty parking lot to this health clinic. And there's a vehicle with all the doors open in front of that health clinic. And there's a woman fucking screaming, man. She is getting the brakes beat off her ass. All you hear is a man screaming at her, and she is screaming in helplessness. And I'm just being honest with you here. This is the raw, the real, the red pill. There were kids crying and all that shit. There was some children observing this. And I thought about it. We should always follow our gut feelings, by the way. And what, you know, because there's a lot of wisdom and discernment that's innately in us as men. If we think as men, that's why it's important for us to think as men and to deconstruct our minds away from the social construct that's been given to us, because it's all rooted in feminist behavior. Fuck that. But anyways, back to the story. You know, this guy's yelling at this woman. This is like, I'm a good 100 yards away, walking down the street, looking at the end of this parking lot as I'm hearing this contention and this arguing and this, you know, this woman was getting her ass beat, man. He was Ike Turner in her ass. And me and my boy was having a conversation, and as we started hearing this thing and started grasping on what was really going on, we happened to get quiet for about 30 seconds as we're still walking past the parking lot. I looked at him, he looked at me, and my buddy said, "Do you want to go over there and help, man? Do you want to go over there, you know?" And I thought about it. It's probably one of the first red pill moments I ever had without even knowing it. I said, "Nah, man, that bitch could have gave him AIDS or something, dog." Nah, that's what I said. I said, "Nah, she could have burnt him, man." This ideology that no matter what, and women actually believe this. Women actually believe this, that no matter what, you cannot physically dominate them, nor physically punish them. That is bullshit. That is bullshit, man. And where else in the world is that considered law, man? Like, where else in the world? Not even here in America should that even be considered law. Because with anything else, if you go rob a store, you're going to go to jail for it. If you murder somebody, you're going to go to jail for it. You understand? If you break a moral law, you're going to go to jail for it. Though our system is corrupt, but that's the underlying construct of the judicial system. But there's one loophole, and that woman is that loophole, because we live in a matriarchal, gynocentric, feminist society that is built on these principles and structure that allows her to be the loophole. She should not be judged for her evil. She should not be beaten. She should not be bitch slapped. She should not be fucking checked or put in her place for any evil that she does. And when she does get put in her place, she is the victim, no matter what. Well, I'm here to tell you, brethren, that's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. When I see a man edifying his woman, one, the scriptures even tell us, mind your own damn business. Mind your business. Two, you don't know why this is happening. Okay? It's time for it to stop assuming, because the current outlook on the victimhood of women in general is under the circumstance that they are always innocent. Under the preassumption that they are always innocent. We all know they're not fucking innocent. Granted, if I happen to be walking down the street, and even in this situation, I might not do shit. But if I'm walking down the street, or if I know for a fact, or if it's my sister or my mother, or even my own damn woman, if I'm walking down the street and I watch a man just come up and cold cock her and smack her or spit on her, then as a man, yes, I'm over her covering. I will have to be combatant with that other man. And if it was for no reason, yes, indeed. So it's not about just denigrating women. It's about keeping women in their fucking place. Because whether they like it or not, they need to be protected. Whether they like it or not, they are victims. Whether they like it or not, they're vulnerable. And if they believe otherwise, they're lost, they're stupid, they're confused, and they believe lies. Look at anywhere else in the world. Look at Haiti. Where the strong black woman over there? Y'all know what they're doing. They're prostituting themselves. They're fucking weak. They're hungry. Their kids are starving. They're not going out killing shit. They're going out there and get prostituting themselves to the UN and the UK peacekeepers, man. Who are men, by the way. Men. Yeah. Look at Venezuela. They're eating out of fucking trash cans. They're doing bad. Look at Puerto Rico. When that hurricane came through and fucked that place up. Where's the strong woman? This non-existent is bullshit. So why should you take shit from a weaker vessel than yourself? Why would you take bullshit from a vessel or anybody who is weaker than you? Naturally, as a man, if you bow down, it is to one who is stronger than you. And even then, that bowing down may come to a forceful bow, one that is forced upon you. For a man will always fight for his dignity against another man, and the man who won't is a bitch. He is when we say he's a bitch, what is that overall? That is comparing him to a woman. That is offensive. So a lot of you simps, because you think like women, are straight up bitches. That should be offensive, to think like and have the mental capacity of that of a woman. To have the strength of that of a woman. But we live in a culture where the woman is exalted over the man. Especially in the black community. Because it's a matriarch, man. Just a culture and a race of bitch-made people, man. Bitch-made men. Look at that young boy who helped that woman out who's getting her ass whooped outside of that club. Y'all remember that story? Young brother, man. You know, he wanted to put on a cape and be Captain Save-A-Hole. And got his ass killed. Simping will get you killed, man. Because another man ain't playing with you. He's already pissed off at his woman. And he's already correcting this woman. Then you want to step in and run your mouth. Like you know what the hell is going on. Like you feeding and clothing and spending money on this woman. Like you going to work and breaking your back and you know, calluses on your feet and dogging your body out to provide for this woman and the children that you put in there that's coming out of her. You have no say-so. You can't dominate a man who's dominating his woman. That's out of order and that's out of place, and you will get killed for that. That'll be a hard lesson to learn. Mind your business. Stop the simping. Deconstruct your mind, the social construct that we are given since the day we was born here in these Western societies. It's all BS. It's all imaginary. It's all made up. They're putting the estrogen all in the food, in the processed food. You know, everything over here from the diet to the chemicals they put in the water is made to weaken men and strengthen the woman. And it really makes you consider back in the garden in day one when Satan told Eve that he would make her as God. Look at it. Has it not essentially came to pass to the unwise, to the untrained ear, to the untrained eye? Has it not come to pass? Because who's over man? There should be nothing in this physical realm that should be over mankind. Not including women. Not including women. There is nothing here on this earth that should have dominion on this earth. Not even demons have dominion over you. We were made in the replication of the Most High. Man. In the masculinity and in the force of dominance. In that respect. You understand? There is nothing here physically, not even a woman, that shall dominate you or that should be dominating you. And your only equal is another man. That is your only equal. Any woman who's a feminist, tell her to put some gloves on, man. Are you equal to a man? Tell me how. How? Because affirmative action gave you corporate jobs? How? Oh, they'll say, well, a woman will say they're equal to a man because they have children. Bitch, dogs have children. Every pretty much female biological creature carries the child. That's your role. That's your role. You know? That doesn't make you better than anybody. It's just what you're supposed to do. And then the black woman's not even good at doing that because she's wearing a negative birth rate. Yeah, eugenics. She's killing more than she's having. So bitch, you don't get credit for that at all. You know what I'm saying? That's logic for you. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man. But I know there's gonna be many who's not gonna like this message. There's gonna be many who is gonna simp out and say it's wrong. But this is just how I feel. This is how I feel. And we are all entitled to our own opinions. And this one is mine. Thank you for tuning into the Raw, the Real, and the Red Pill. And until next time, shalom.